Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, the High Guy Jacobs. And today we're taking a look at the brand new hero, Claude Le Blanc. Greenfield mentor Claude Le Blanc. He's a new leader hero that's coming to us in the next month here, in the next couple of weeks. He is a leader with a brand new hero tree, with a brand new talent tree that I have no idea what it's going to do, so we'll have to speculate on that. And obviously coming as well with the support tree. So we've got support, we've got leader, and we've got cooperation. Now when we click on cooperation, it says that this hero excels at field battles and has the upper hand in large scale brawls. So this is a totally new feature with new mechanics being brought our way. Now, as per always, we will go ahead and take a look at Claude Le Blanc at max level, because that's where you're obviously going to be using him the most and when he will be the most efficient. And obviously where the whales will be having him the most. Okay, so let's take a look at what Claude Le Blanc brings to the fight and see if he's someone you're going to be wanting to focus on. So first and foremost, a rage requiring only 950. This is a little bit more than Sophie, who has a 900, and a little bit less than the average, which is around 1,000. So this is a nice little boost. Rage required only 950. Reduces skill damage taken by 20% for 4 seconds and grants a status to self and nearby allies. So first things first, he's reducing skill damage taken by 20% and then increasing the target's damage. Oh, okay. So then he hits himself and nearby allies with a buff. Okay, so let's this is confusing. Let's get this straight. So first things first, his skill is to reduce damage for himself. Okay, so he's going to reduce skill damage taken by 20% for 4 seconds and grants a status to self and nearby allies. That status is increasing the target damage by 25% for 3 seconds if the remaining squad is greater than 50%. When the target squad is less than 50%, heal lightly wounded squads for a factor of 3,000 and reduce their damage taken by 15% for 4 seconds. So he's healing everybody around, affects up to 5 squads, so you plus 4 others. So he reduces skill damage taken for himself. He then, by 20%, increases the target's damage, so overall damage by 25% for you and 4 other squads, healing you and 4 other squads, so a total of 15,000 heal factor total if you hit all 5, and a reduction in damage taken and a reduction in damage taken. Okay. Okay, so this is all based on effects. So the first thing he gets is a reduction in skill damage. That's for himself. Then he also gets an increase in target damage, right, for himself if he's more than 50%. And if he's less than 50%, he gets a heal and a reduction a reduction in damage taken. Right? So depending on what the squad is needing is where they're going to take it. They're either going to be tankier and heal to be in battle longer, or they're going to hit a heck of a lot harder while they're in the field. And he gets tankier. So the truth is, if he's doing, so for himself, he's going to get a reduction in skill damage taken, makes him a little bit tankier against skill damage, which is great. If he is more than 50%, he'll increase the damage of his march. If he's less than 50%, he'll heal and make himself even tankier still. So that's interesting. Okay. Interesting. Affects up to 5 squads. Okay. Number 2, we got Lingering Myasma. After using a rage skill, reduces HP and travel speed. Actually, I don't necessarily, because I don't want to get the awakening aspect of this yet. We're still going to take a look at it at full, obviously at full value, but let's take a look at Awakening and once we get him after that, because I want to see what the difference is. So after using a rage skill, reduces HP and travel speed of up to 5 enemies by 30% HP and 40% travel speed reduction. Holy jeebus. So this guy is a buff and debuff king. After using a rage skill, so let's get this straight. He's going to do a rage skill, which is going to reduce skill damage taken, increase his damage if he's more than 50%, or heal him and increase his damage reduction if he's below 50%, as well as reducing the opponent's up to 5 enemies 30% HP and 40% travel speed reduction. That's insane good. For up to 5 enemies for 3 seconds. That's crazy good. That's crazy good. Next, we've got Spore Parasitism. Increasing squad HP by 20%, travel speed by 20%, and squad capacity by 10%. That's a good one. So 20% HP, all while making them tankier. This guy's going to have a lot of value in a lot of different places. You could even see him doing... Like, I could even see him being in... Like, in a multi-rally garrison. You know what I mean? Like, in a multi-rally garrison. You might even see him playing here, too. Because he's got a huge reduction... in HP. He's got a huge increase to HP and squad capacity. And he's got this whole debuff, healing buff type thing here as well, which could absolutely play off very well. Granted, squad capacity is only for your squad. It's not a rally capacity, so it's not like you're going to get extra in there for a garrison, but being able to send extra of your troops is a good thing too. Lastly, photosynthetic assimilation reduces counter damage received by 20%. So again, making him super tanky. When taking skill damage, gains a shield for a factor of 3,000 for 2 seconds. Can only be triggered once every 6 seconds. So this guy's super, super tanky in the field and regenerative in the field. So you'll see him in like... Man, the lines he'll be on is crazy. He's got lots of potential. And then once he awakens... Oh, wow. Okay, so once he awakens, this skill here goes from... after using a rage skill, reduces HP and travel speed by 30 and 40% respectively. Instead, gets a reduction of HP and travel speed by 35 and 40% respectively. And reduces their rage recovery speed by 20% during this time. That is disgusting. In my opinion, Claude Le Blanc is quite powerful. He's going to be a whale's wet dream. Like Bianca, you'll see him a ton in big fights, and also depending on how this cooperation, what kind of buffs you're getting from this cooperation. Granted, I was talking to Z about this before, and he kind of made a good point that even if you look at the skill trees, I mean, the skill trees or the talent trees themselves, pardon me, aren't nearly as influential. Yes, they do provide some stuff. Like if you look at the skills talent tree, there's a benefit to that versus the attack talent tree. But overall, I mean, it's just kind of buffs here and there depending on how you want to customize it. But it'll still be interesting to see how this is going to be beneficial based in big brawls, right? So sending 5 in marches at a time or something like that. So it'll be interesting to see what those little attributes are. But that's it for Claude Le Blanc, guys. Truth be told, like I said, it's a whale's wet dream. He's going to be super effective in battle. You might see him in garrison because he's super tanky and provides HP, but he doesn't provide any damage. So, you know, maybe not in garrison now since the garrison meta is so high damaging, but there's still tons of flex behind it, right? So there's tons of flexibility behind him. He looks to be a great addition. I'm kind of scared. I'm glad that I don't have to deal with him right off the bat because, honestly, when I look at this in big fights, this is something I don't want to deal with. Because he buffs and debuffs a lot. You know, when we talked about this all together, I mean, we're talking about a reduction in damage, a reduction in skill damage, an increase in overall damage, healing if he needs it, a reduction in HP for your enemy, plus a reduction in their rage recovery by 20%, an increase to squad HP, an increase to, or a reduction in counter damage taken, a shield. Like, the guy's got a ton of flexibility in the field. And so you're going to see him there a lot probably, but I think you'll also see him, you might see him in places like Garrison as well, depending. Depending on obviously what you mean. Maybe more for your shelter type things, like if you went like Claude Victor or something like that might be a good one for your shelter. But that's just me. That's just me, you know, kind of spitballing ideas. Other than that, folks, that's really it for the new hero, Claude Le Blanc. If you liked this, go ahead and click the like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to fill out the notification bell so you get any new drops when we drop new content. And go ahead and click that join button to become a member today. It doesn't cost very much. It's only $5 American a month. And it goes a long way to helping support the channel. Unfortunately, IGG doesn't pay shit, and YouTube doesn't pay very much. So we do ask, obviously, for some support from the community. If you can, click that join button, become a member, and help the stream and help the channel out that way. Other than that, folks, thanks very much for tuning in. I love y'all. Love, peace, chicken grease, and until next time, stay lifted.